mama, this whole hard keys. I'm from that dust on that floor. I was a nigga you couldn't trust, nigga. Head would've got bust by my nigga. Felt that cup, fuck nigga told. In my hood, it ain't no luck, young niggas keep moving rough. Niggas really don't give a fuck, swear it's a cold change. You ain't really stepping your own, nigga hit you close range. They ain't giving no welcomes, you ain't did this to the dope game. They just keep discovering all them bodies tied to no names. Parents hooked on cocaine. Them niggas beating down them bloods, he turned the flame on. Death of my cousin made me lose and I can't aim wrong. Trying to find somebody else to blame, let's get this pain gone. Said there's still a couple fuck niggas I gotta rain on. Young nigga, hang on. Too many lies in your ear, they don't despise, they just feed. Cause your bank loan, wrap them pies in the bowl before it's ready. Bitches sold, niggas switching on them codes. Getting too hot, don't get your name on. Please don't get burnt by that red. Cause the fool will put them stones in your head, yeah. Streets on lock, nigga, we cut them up and drop off. One false move and take a top off. Reach into the harvest, dig deep cause you the hardest, ayy. Please enjoy the rain, don't let the change look obvious. Tired of all the politics and mention anger. Hey, money will turn a nigga to a stranger. They got it out for me, so indecisive with my pal, just keep this trap bubbling. This for them late nights, dealing with them great rice with fake rice. Race pice, hate why, really why you play nice, your heart fade. Still smiling on my dark days, causing too much damage, screaming manage you had to part ways. Don't need love, young niggas stay focused in them blessings, they gon' creep up. Different ties to monetize, but they gon' see us. Cut your sunrise, deliver broad shit on the rap burner. Some niggas ain't meant to see how them racks turn up. Show no sympathy, he need a back warmer. You gon' remember what that cat stumble. Play with that cheese and get this trap under. 7 me a clown, diving in this water, fuck nigga, ready to drown. You subscribe to be a menace, you gon' exit the clouds. Only raining for the moment, don't be the next to be the cow. Giving no fuck nigga flowers, I say please don't get burned by that red. Cause the fool will put them stones in your head, yeah. Streets on lock, nigga, we cut them up and drop off. One false move, take a top off. Reach into the harvest, dig deep cause you the hardest, ayy. Please enjoy the rain, don't let the change look obvious, ayy. Tired of all the politics and mention anger. Hey, money will turn a nigga to a stranger. Hey, addicted to the hustling, I ain't really seeing no stop signs. Watch them out front of these hoes, they playing cold, they like to drop down. But you ain't been
New at 11, a pair of suspected
lines, but they talking under the scope. Nigga exposing, I'ma draw down. I'm fit to be one of the coldest, nigga, you can't control us. Took me on the trailblaze game, focus out and found the clover. Blossom one day, you see the sauce stage, you sell the lotus. Forever paid roller, bitch, I'm a boss and you can't even cope it. Reaching up for the stars with all my flaws, God holding my hand. Ross told me to buy the dip, don't put yourself in a trance. I ain't holding on to my little drip, I done developed my stance. Too many niggas behind the wall, spend too much money on stamps. Just see the ego, look through the peephole. Niggas be fairy tale, thugging nothing but some creep hoes. You couldn't hold your own water, you need a Lord, we know. Making deals to duck the time you was a hood hero. Fuck you. Please don't get burnt by that red. Cause the fool will put them stones in your head, yeah. Streets on lawn, nigga, we cut them up and drop off. One false move, take a top off. Reach into the harvest, dig deep cause you the hardest, Please enjoy the rain, don't let no change look obvious. Hey, tired of all the politics and mention anger. Hey, money will turn a nigga to a stranger.
Robbers caught.
Man. Shout out that brother Rolly, man. God damn it. Motherfucking in the building. Shout out to the brother Rolly, man. Welcome back to another episode of this Taco Tuesday, where we talk about currency only, man. You already know what the energy is, what the vibe is. We in the building, man. Let's see. Right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this whole cast peak, and then I'm gonna be able to, I guess, level it out from that point on, because I don't really understand necessarily where I should put my mic levels. So we're gonna try it right here first, and then we're gonna see how everything works out. Remember I told you you're supposed to be able to talk like at a very low temperature and be able to still be heard as if you're speaking very, very high. So that's the concept of a mic. So let's see if everything is working out. You already see what we're looking at. We're looking at the chart. You already see the 15 minutes, so it's just bottomed out. So right, you wouldn't be able to sell. You would have sold from roughly 57, but I want to say 58. You could have got it at 58 for sure. The candle closed at 58, so more than likely you'd have got it at 58. It opened at 59. The low was 57, so more than likely you would have caught that original one at 58, and then you riding it out. So now you're like, okay, but it's bottomed out. What is the next move? Well, traditionally what I do in these situations, you would have already opened the sell. So technically you would have put your stop loss on right now, and if they do stop you out, you would technically be on the 1 minute, and you see the 1 minute is topped out again. So I mean, the 1 minute is looking to pull back again. But you can't use the 1 minute as anything. So what you do is you continually go through the 2 minute topped out. 3 minute got some room to work. 5 minutes still in downtrend. So your sell would technically come right here. You technically can sell right now, but each 1 minute go by, you get closer to the point. I'm guessing that they're saying that you should be able to sell. See, this is the wrong chart. Yeah, this is the wrong one. My bad, y'all. 1 second. Okay, wow. So yeah, this is the chart that I'm speaking of, right? Currently, this is the chart I'm speaking of. But there's no difference, right? So it goes to 10, bottomed out 15, bottomed out 30, and 30 is bottomed out, the hour is bottomed out. So this is where it becomes back interesting again. Because before it was for sure topped out, looking to go down and use the 4 hour and everybody to continue the daily downtrend. It's still in the daily down, but now they've gotten a pop on the MACD. I wouldn't necessarily worry about the MACD. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, because what is the action really creating in that position? So you, like I said, you can try to adjust for that. No, I think you're good in that position. And like I said, when you're looking at the sell, you usually want to use big terms. If you're looking at the buy, you usually want to use bigger terms. So it don't matter necessarily what time frame you're using. You just want to make sure. Let's see if we back on, man. You low-key just want to make sure everything is. See, this is a completely different camera angle. But hey, it's gonna work for right now. Yeah, it's gonna work for right now. Remember I told you, we're not trying to do too much. We're just trying to get in here, get some information. You know, just kind of get the word out to the folks. Let's see what's going on. Bow. I kind of didn't want to start with this. Yeah,
Dow and the Nasdaq here shortly after.
we're gonna use him.
Now, quickly pairing some of those earlier moves to the downside that we did see on the heels of this morning's PPI print. And why? Well, we did see downward revisions to March's report that is offering investors some relief in terms of efforts and progress on inflation. So where does the market trade from here? We want to bring in Megan Horniman, Verdant's Capital Advisors Chief Investment Officer. Megan, it's great to see you here. So when we talk about the move that we're seeing here to the upside, at least to a little bit today, but really coming off the heels of what was a rally last week. What's your takeaway from that PPI print and exactly that movement that we could see ahead of tomorrow's CPI report?
I think what we're seeing right now in the market is it's getting very complacent. The PPI report today, the slight downward revision we had to March, I'm not focusing on that. What I'm focusing on is that 3.1% year over year when you exclude all of those volatile items. When you look at within that PPI report, it's services. And what has the Fed told us? That service inflation is very sticky. This isn't the only report that has warned us that inflation is not going in the right direction. You can look at the ISM manufacturing report. You can look at the ISM services report. All of these things are showing that inflation and prices are trending higher again. The market's completely complacent to this. The Federal Reserve is complacent to this, and we need to get some more hawkish rhetoric, or we're going to continue to see inflation pressures go higher.
So what does that mean in terms of portfolio repositioning right now?
So we've been holding on to cash, an overweight cash position, really this whole year. We did rebalance portfolios in the beginning of this year to get rid of some of those or take some profits on some of those parts of the market, your growth, your technology that rallied so much. Because we've always been in the camp that 6 rate hikes was absolutely ridiculous. That was never going to happen. We're now in the camp that, honestly, I think that they're going to have to remain on hold for the rest of this year. We're not quite ready to say a hike is in the cards yet, but we did have at least one rate cut at the end of this year, and I'm leaning towards removing that for our forecast.
So Megan, I'm curious how you're looking at this resurgence that we've seen in the meme stock trade and exactly how that maybe potentially plays into the Fed's calculus here down the road, because we did hear from Kashkari suggesting in a blog post just last week that as we do see more and more interest in this meme trade, it is signaling maybe to some extent that financial conditions aren't really as tight as they should be up until this point. Do you see any truth to that?
Absolutely. This meme stock craze was crazy when it occurred back in 2021. It's just as crazy as it is now. And if you look at something like the U.S. Financial Conditions Index, this is showing that financial conditions are actually easy. This is a problem, and now we're seeing this speculation trades, the fear of missing out. This is all a bigger risk to the market. This is why we think we can still see at least a 10% correction. The timing of that, we're not exactly sure, because remember, markets can stay overbought. They can stay in this complacent area for longer than they should be. But when they do, that crash can be actually a little bit more than people anticipate.
And so compare what we've seen in some of the trading frenzy within this kind of meme stock iteration versus the one of 2021. I mean, that one saw much larger short interest positions really become eradicated, essentially, or have to be covered. But that's not the same case. Shorts have not, even been as vocal about the positions in comparison to what they were back in 2021.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and if you think that the people that are putting this stuff on Reddit or whatever social media recommendation tool that they're using, if you think they got smarter over the past couple years, well, I'll tell you, hedge funds got much smarter. So I think that you're seeing that hedge funds learned from the mistakes back then, and they're not going to be positioned or as exposed if this were to reoccur like we're seeing lately.
Megan, do you expect to hear from Fed Chair Powell on this? He's speaking just about 20 minutes from now, but he has kind of bursted this meme stock bubble in the past when you take into account what he had said a couple of years ago. I'm curious how you look at that from a strategist perspective.
I'm not sure that he's going to really comment on the meme stocks. I think he's got some bigger issues. Honestly, the meme stocks is just noise to me. I think it should be noise to him. I think he needs to come out and address the information that we got today. Inflation is not going where he wants it to go. It's going the other way. And what's problematic, and he continues to downplay, is it's going in the wrong direction from a sticky perspective. Services is a problem, housing is a problem, and these are things that he can't necessarily fix, but he does need to address it.
Where do retail traders typically go after a meme stock frenzy? Is there anything that we noticed outside about where some of those traders flowed into after all the dust settled?
I think that they probably go back into some of the safe haven types of blue chip stocks, but that's if they have any money after this does settle out and they haven't lost a significant amount from being on the wrong side of this.
Megan Horniman, who is the Verdance Capital Advisors Chief Investment Officer. Megan, always a pleasure to get some of your insights and perspective. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Swear that roller game shit real, but we gon' bet them off. I might do you wrong. Hey, I got some shit invested, nigga, money long. Nigga, that bag's supposed to hit you from day one. It was a whole lot of love you should've let go. Knock your head off your shoulder just to see how far you hit, bro. You been trapped up in the van dome, barking all your dogs to see a new light when the walk is just a new fight. That love in the bottom will get you tagged up like cattle, little nigga. That love in the bottom cause you the T.A.C.O in the battle. Got your sat mud, no apologies. Love in the bottom will get your back rub and them choppers weak. Really in them trench, we don't give a fuck about no philosophy. The realest niggas in it, my niggas scope before them casualties. I ain't run with a whole lot of little killers, you can't fuck with me. I done fed both sides of the O, so they look up to me. Bless my niggas heavily, we on one. Me and white little bitch giving out pussy like she on some. Don't never contemplate by the critic, ain't for the long run. Cause we getting money on purpose. Every time we pull out, niggas get nervous. Ain't worried about these bitches, I'm just trying to keep my focus on them digits. Ain't no nigga cut gon' run it over nigga like anything. A young nigga out here ducking cases. I know what to do with them big faces. Call me the big bad, bum get you shit bag, the slump. Put the pin down and let the clip have fun. 23 shots and mixed up bulls with the rum. 23 shots and mixed up bulls with the rum. Call me the big bad, bum get you shit bag, the slump. Put the pin down and let the clip have fun. 23 shots and mixed up bulls with the rum. 23 shots and mixed up bulls with the rum. Nigga, it's that new edition. Ash Pat wrote it, it's that upset. Move swift, but you ain't dead yet. Talk about money, them niggas fold like fuck the subject. They would've told on you, sent your head to the fence. That why the bread left. Bitch, I keep pushing for that oil like I'm a roughneck. Bitch, I keep pushing for that oil like I'm a roughneck. You can't see the money from my vantage point. Buy what you go get, it ain't about what you want. Never trust in a bitch, cause I've been damaged once. Made a couple moves, I let the boat sail. Told a couple folk tell, now I shouted, loving how the dough smell. You can't listen to the blues, don't let your host dwell. Colder than the killer, well, nigga ballin' like he Odell. Thought the shit was sweet until the 56s. Bend the corner, flying shells, smoke Corona. Nigga ran, left you lonely. Ran down, you were gonna. shit back to slump. Put the pin down and let the clip have fun. 23 shots, I mix the booze with that rum. 23 shots, I mix the booze with that rum. Call me the big bad bum, get you shit back to slump. Put the pin down and let the clip have fun. 23 shots, I mix the booze with the rum. 23 shots, I mix the booze with the rum.
Than a pair of
Control your.
Alright, hey, shout out to the brother Rolly. Like I said, I fuck with Rolly, but Rolly always give me a transition. It's a legend, young legend. Shout that brother out. Matter of fact, if you got some time, make sure you go and check that brother out. Matter of fact, make some time. Goddamn, you got time. Make some time. There's some great music you'll be able to listen to. Like I said, very, very great music because it's layers to it. Just the simple fact that it sounds better than all the music that you're listening to, right? So you can't necessarily use the conscious shit against me. But he doing all his beats in 4/4/4. He doing it on the wrong hertz. I want on 430. I don't know 430. Maybe you need 420. But I don't know what hertz you want, bro. I don't know what hertz nobody want. I'm just saying. I can see that being an angle where people are like, yo, he doing on such and such and such. But this brother not doing on none of that. This brother's just a legend, and he doing it as this is almost like a bridge. A lot of these songs are bridge songs to get you from one side to the other side. So that's why I love the brother. Love playing the brother. Shout out. Matter of fact, just let me double show y'all my guy. My guy. You see this information right here? Forever paid, roll it. You want to check this information out and listen to a couple of these songs. You see these different songs that the brother got? You want to check some of those songs out. But nevertheless, the first video we played, the young lady was talking about the PPI. You might be like, yo, bro, listen to the cast. I heard y'all bring up CPI before. I think I heard y'all talk about PPI, but hey, can I get a refresher on the PPI aspect of it? Okay, cool, no problem. The CPI will be your consumer price index, meaning what does it cost for me to acquire something? I'm not the maker. I'm just looking to consume. Say I'm trying to buy toilet paper, or I'm trying to buy movie tickets, anything, right? Whatever I buy, the price of it is my consumption price. So the consumer price index, that's kind of how you get that idea of, okay, cool. The consumers are paying this, right? We can give it a price index. So if consumers are paying this for this material, how do you figure out what's the consumer price index? Like, okay, well, you do it based on the market and based on the percentage of whatever money or whatever. Cool. Now you get to the other side. What is the PPI? Exactly. You're 100% right. This is the consumer's price index, right? So the first one was giving you a price index of the consumer. The second one is giving you a price index for the producer. So whatever output it takes necessarily to produce whatever product, right? That's kind of how you're going to get those averages where it's like, okay, producer price index, this, you had to pay this for this growing, to do this, to do all these different things that go into your production costs, labeling, baggage, whatever necessarily goes into production costs. We weigh that against the averages, and then we say, okay, these are the price indexes. Okay, cool. So the producer price index is not looking good necessarily, and the consumer price index was never looking good. So then you heard them come on and they were saying inflation and the meme stocks and all this stuff. Very cool. So is it a general conception that if the producer price index is high, that means inflation more than likely is on the rise? If we're thinking about it logically, I would say more so. And I think logically, most people will probably say yes. Right? If it costs them more to produce it, they're using more output to get less, whatever. The charge that they charge is going to be an inflated charge. So what I have to pay is going to be an inflated price. So for sure, I guess we would want all that to quell. So for sure, we think that the price index, the producer price index, and even the consumer price index both have an effect on the situation that we're viewing at hand. Okay, cool. So now, with knowing that, right, and then seeing, because today, let me see if I can get the numbers. You just play this one really fast.
Meme stock craze is back. GameStop and AMC are soaring again, but Wall Street says this time may be different. Joining us now with more on why this surge isn't like that 2021 meme stock craze is Yahoo Finance's very own Josh Schaefer. Joshua.
Yeah, guys, so that's sort of been the prevailing take from different Wall Street strategists, both that we've spoken with and just people producing research on the street that we get into our inboxes here, sort of breaking down overall, it doesn't quite feel like 2021. And there's a couple data points we can highlight with that. So Vantiv Research took a look at just retail net inflows that you see into these stocks, right? And when you take a look at Monday, we saw 15.8 million into GameStop, 37.5 million into AMC. When you compare that to 2021, in the peak of 2021, we saw daily inflows into GameStop of 87.5 million. So that's 87.5 million compared to 15.8 million. That is a big, big difference. With AMC, we saw about 170 million, and that's compared to 37.5 million. So quite simply, the flows aren't anywhere close to what we saw back in 2021. And then there's a couple just broader points that people have been bringing up too that I think are sort of rather intuitive to think about here. One of them just being, it isn't 2021 in the world anymore. And so maybe that's why this isn't going to last longer than maybe the 36 hours that it's lasted.
Meaning in 2020, people, pandemic, stuck at home looking for some fun.
We're not sitting at home, hanging out,
Extra cash.
watching a
Yeah,
live
that's another
stream.
point. Stimulus checks.
And
Right,
there's not the stimulus checks that just came. It's just not the same environment. And so when you think about how that maybe plays out in the market, again, maybe people don't just have the money to throw at something like this and the time to watch what the money's doing.
Well, and it's not just about the people who are trading, the retail traders who are trading this. The world has also changed in that hedge funds have wised up. At that time, you know, the Gabe Plotkin's of the world were really caught off guard by the force of this, you know, phenomenon. Now they're probably following, at least some of them are, you know, following along with it. And yes, there were some then who were doing that too, but they've wised up to this.
Yeah, no, the positions aren't nearly the same, right? For the level of a short squeeze that we saw, there isn't that kind of room to run when it comes to that. And you're right, Julie, a lot of people have been pointing out to, if flows are working how they think right now, hedge funds are probably actually benefiting from this and sort of getting in on the trade. And perhaps maybe when you look at these stocks now, significantly off their highs of the day, maybe already getting out of the trade, right? Because the stocks move pretty quickly. And the other thing too with that is investors maybe have just gotten a little bit smarter too. We're not seeing the level of leverage in the market that we saw at a time like 2021 or we saw in prior bubbles. This is something that we've been talking about a lot in the bubble conversation that for some reason we started having over the last 2 months. But capital economics kept pointing to leverage in the market. And there's this graph you see, leverage in the market usually shoots up around the dot-com bubble. It shot up around the great financial crisis. And it even shot up in 2021 about in line with where stocks are. Here's the chart here. Your purple line there, for a high level, we can call that leverage in the market or people using margin to trade.
Right.
And that is not nearly as closely correlated as the S&P 500 chart. And so when you take a look at that, it basically is just telling you that level of risk that people were taking in prior moments isn't quite happening right now.
Good.
Really interesting.
Probably good, yes. Probably overall a good thing, I think, for everyone involved.
Thank you, Josh. Appreciate it.
Sight, took a couple flights.
Okay. Now with the points that the brother made, let's address those points. Let's just go look at the chart really fast. See if he has any groundings on what he's saying. Let's go look at the charts really fast. Okay, blah. Okay, so if we're looking at the charts, let's see what we're viewing. Right here we have the monthly. The monthly is 393. We have the quarterly that, funny enough, hasn't broken, but it's not in uptrend position necessarily to even care about it not breaking, because all it has to do is go back down a little bit under $2.38 for the most part. And the yearly, we're already down. What does that necessarily mean to me? What does that necessarily mean to black privilege and the people that's actually watching the chart with some eyes? Because I tell you, they come in here every week and they tell us details, but they don't give us the surrounding context with it, where we could be like, oh, okay. Right, where you could make informed decisions. Somebody give you surrounding context, it's easy to make informed decisions. But look, it's up 31% on the day, and after hours it's up another 7%. I mean 0.7%. How and why do we know that's going to happen? Same reason why XAU is doing it. Look at the 15, it's bottomed out. Look at the 30. Alright, look at the hour. Two-hour, still got some down to work out. 4 hours, I'm starting in the downtrend, but okay, this $11 pop. Let's go look at the daily, see if there's any explanation for it. Okay, cool. They had the earnings on this day. Relatively about a day or so after the earning, they went into the green uptrend, and then they pushed to the $11, almost $12, and then they pulled back drastically. So this is where you're hearing them say, okay, this is not the same market. And the first way they told you that's not the same market, they explained the values. They said, yo, it was about $110 million being put towards AMC around the same comparative time, around 21. Comparing the two times, about 30 million now, 2024 currently, and about 110 back then in 2021. Cool. That was the daily profit. I mean, not profit, daily input that was going into the stock. Right, cool. But it's saying now in 2024 the daily input is about 30 million. Also, the stock ran and immediately was shorted. So they're suspecting or speculating that, you know what, there might be hedge funds and big money in the stocks. And now they're playing it smarter, because what they did in 2024 was miss out. They act like they were smarter than everybody, so they didn't pay attention to what was actually going on. They was making up shit. They had their own data on their own laptops with their own made up numbers. And people was using real data with the real charts. And they was like, yo, if such and such amount of us put our money in here, we can move this one. This one ain't really got no it ain't really got that much weight on it. We can move it. So he said in 2021, people was a lot more risky in a sense. That's what he's saying. He's saying that 2021 is a lot more leveraged. Do I believe that? Of course I do. But I also remember that in 2021, the leverage didn't start early. We're failing to realize that. Leverage account and leverage hands came in after the charts and the stock started running. So right now we're looking at it. It's in the daily. The daily's crossed over and it's still going up. All right, you're not worrying about it. Look at the weekly. Topped out, you could say, right? But this is month 5. And look at the monthly. This is the reading on the previous monthly. This isn't a monthly that I will buy because I am a person that go off. I like my numbers about 33s. I like to be right around that 33 divine number, whatever y'all think that is. I like to be right around them numbers. So when I see 33, then I say, okay, boom, this is a way for us to make some money. It'll probably be some pullbacks, probably gonna be some erraticness and da. But we're gonna stay with this play based on the monthly. If the monthly change, then we might switch it up. But right now, no matter what happened on the daily, no matter what happened on the weekly, I'm not watching those charts. There's people that I remember I tell y'all, trade 3 months. Invest relatively about 3 months. Minimum. Meaning I ain't looking at daily charts. I ain't looking at daily uptrends. I don't give a damn. It could have went from $2 today to $15. Right, and that's why traders maybe profit more in the short term because they caught that swing from $2 to $15. They done took profit, repositioned, buying again. You haven't. But what you have over them is you're consistently adding to the position. So now when the percentage increases, that percentage is multiplied by how much money you already have in the stock. Right? So that's why we always say it's better to have time in the market than to be a fake wealthy guy and try to time the market. Because as the wealthy people, they time in the market. They don't care about it going up or down. They kind of different where they love when they go down. Especially like if it's in the shorter term, 2-3 years type shit, a couple months, they'll take them pullbacks. Because that'll give them a chance to reposition. Meaning get a lower buy. So when they come on here and they present ideas and they say, yo, such and such, the hedge funds are wisening up and da. We're not mad. Hey, even went as far as to say, yo, there might be hedge funds in this. We're not mad. Because if we've been listening to Black Wall Street Bets, we'd already heard me say this. Of course the hedge funds are in here. Why wouldn't they be? It's a actual uptrend. It's not just you buying, trying to push something up. Now, that's what happened when you see people that bought at $11 and $10. They're trying to buy because something is running. The hedge funds and those guys are just buying because they see weakness in the charts. And what is something? What will be weakness in the chart? You may ask. Will it be something as simple as the monthly? We got a monthly uptrend. Last month confirmed that we crossed over, and it's very, very good that we're crossing at the same time with our MACD. What I hate is when my RSI gets to going and my MACD is far, where there's a big there's a big gap in between my RSI, and my MACD. Because what'll happen it'll push and it'll reconquer all that position that I put in. And I'm trying to hold it because I'm looking at the fact that it just crossed over on the RSI. Not paying attention to that my MACD is maybe saying something different. So that happened to a lot of people in Bitcoin. Every time Bitcoin hit a daily and get on his high horse and go to running, people get back in. Every time it go to falling, people get back out. That's why most of the trades that you even see me set up, like when I show the screenshots and the different pictures on the Facebook, those are counter trades. I necessarily show you it going up and show you a top out and probably show you a crossover and say, okay, this is where we sell at, y'all. And you'll be like, what, bro? It's going up though. It's just all time high. Right, so I think the brother point is that both sides are getting better. Hedge funds are getting wiser, he's claiming. Right, hedge funds are getting wiser, the brother's claiming necessarily. And while the hedge funds are also getting wiser, he's saying that there's another group getting wiser. Yep, see exactly. I'm not even in my comment section, so I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm messing up. I gotta actually get a bigger screen in here, cause that's actually a problem to kind of see up here. It's not as smooth as one may think. That's one may think. Right? I never even thought that it was smooth, G. But if you did or didn't, I'm just letting you know. It's not as smooth as you think. In 1 second. Let me see if I can pull it up on this one. You know what? I'm doing way too much work. Let me just copy this. And then paste this boy up here. And then we're gonna rock out just like that. Blah. Alright, cool. Yep. Right now we're looking at AMC. I'm just running through AMC right now because they came on and they were saying that we had some rallies on meme stocks, and what they was explaining that it was different. Said it was different from 2021 because in 2021 we weren't putting that much money towards. I mean, we was putting a lot. He basically saying that we was gooking out, and it was so much pressure that nobody could do nothing against it. He's saying now it's not that same system. It's a small little spigot. Small amount of water coming out. So he's saying that amount of water could be stopped very, very easily. Which is how he went prove looking at the charts and say, look, he was at $11 right here. And now it's back at $6. And I don't want to knock him and say he's wrong. Because he's correct. It was at $11, almost $12 now. It's at $6, almost $4. But what I did notice was that same thing I told you about Bitcoin back then. I said, yo, we've never been in a monthly uptrend. And it's not imminent. Like right now, AMC is not the greatest trade. But remember, I told you this earlier. It's not about when you buy it. Because it's better to have time in the market than to try to time the market. So the reason why it's not about when you buy it is because it's irrelevant to tell you when it's good or when it's bad. If you're looking at the daily, it may be bad, it may be topped out. If you're looking at the 15 minute, it may be good, it may be bottomed out. Right? It's not necessarily about when you buy it, because whatever time frame you necessarily buy it on, you just have to re-wait for that. So it's just time in the market for whatever time frame you put. So if it's a 20 minute, if the 20 minute pull down and you still not positive, then maybe you got to wait for another 20 minute pull down. If the 20 minutes start going up, maybe you might have to add to the position, right? It's just about how you look at these different setups. But when people come on here and they just say something as, yo, the hedge funds are wisening up, the spigot is smaller, it was 110 million, now we're doing 30 million, that ain't really nothing, they can stop that. Or, oh yeah, the hedge funds are getting smarter. I think they're paying attention now. They're not going to let this happen again. More bullshit. We don't care if the hedge funds are paying attention or not paying attention. They can't beat the charts just like we can't beat the charts. So if they try to counter trade the charts, they going to look just like they've been looking for the last 8 years damn near. With this whole Tesla situation. Right, so we don't come in here and get caught up and say, yo, bro, the hedge funds, they done wisened up, bro. They trading on the charts with us, and they're gonna buy and then they're gonna sell randomly. It's like we don't care. Well, this is why I stress capital. This is the only reason why I stress capital, because I really don't like stop loss. Because when we get a setup, we gotta hold that setup. Don't fall in love with the position, because if the position changes, then we change the position. But you can't let a cross down scare you because it started going back up. It's in a weekly downtrend. You told me you sold from some 2,400 or something crazy like that. This at 2,300 struggling. It's moving 2,360. Yeah, cool, no problem. You told me you sold from 2,400, but then you gave the position up because it popped up, and then you was like, yo, maybe it might keep running. I'm not mad at that either, right? That's even another reason why I encourage capital, because when you get in those plays and it prints whatever number you expected it to print, then what you do, you take profit. Before you get in any play, you have to have a profit zone, you have to have a stop loss zone in your head, or you could put it on, you could set it up. You can automate it so they can do it for you. But whenever you come into anything, like I said, you want to have the full data. You don't want just somebody to tell you, yo, this is going to go down because the hedge funds are wisened up and now they're just going to take advantage of us. Because then what it makes you think, man, ain't really nothing you can do though. Because if they know, then they're going to stop it. We got to keep getting on the penny stocks. More penny stocks and penny stocks and penny stocks. We got to penny stock our life away, bro. We got to get on stuff they're not on. You think? No, you don't. What you have to do is, like I tell everybody, you said they got a lot of money, and when are they gonna buy? When the chart looks like it's gonna be a buy setup, right? So why don't you buy when they're gonna buy, and then let them push you up? You get in a little early. Maybe it might be 2 or 3 pullbacks. Maybe you might suffer them pullbacks. Maybe you might have to add to the position on the pullback. I'm not necessarily sure. But why make them scare you out of position? Because you like, yo, they know about positions now, so I can't use it. No, I don't care if they know about it. That's perfect that they know about it. That's why I'm going to use it. You say you know about the position? Cool. So if you know about the position, you should be looking at this uptrend. And if you're not, then you tripping. Because you're going to Tesla the fuck out of you. You didn't see the uptrend, and now you the hedge fund nigga that done lost billions of dollars overnight. You don't woke up to Wednesday morning and you ain't got no money in your account technically. You got a bunch of money on your assets and all the different stuff you can sell. But right now you kind of out of the game. Because you trading against the chart. Because you want to trade with feelings. Oh, you buying that? That's a dumb play to buy. Let me sell that. Hold on, why? No. This is not the best chart, but hold on, it's an uptrend right here, bro. Why you selling it though? Nah, hell no. You predicting the charts right now. You think you God. Can't be around no brother like you thinking that they God. Come on, man. We believe in the scriptures. We can't be around nobody thinking that they the Most High. Yeah, the Most High is the Most High, bro. So who are you to stand on illogical things and say, yo, because you said it? That's that God behavior, bro. That's the, you feel me? You serve no other gods, nigga. Right, you have to be very focused, meaning that if there's information produced, that information is produced. That is God. You don't make information up. Right? You walk out, nigga, like I always talk about. When you go back into the days and you look at the stereotypical, I don't want to say stereotypical more, but the archaic man, right? And how the archaic human, when I say man, I'm talking about the human population, how we kind of view things. So we went outside. If a rock fell, damn, the Most High just dropped that rock. What is he trying to tell me? Same thing. We using the charts. The chart said, yo, the 15 minutes that you was looking at that you thought was going up, it's not going up. It was going down. What do you say? Do you not jump in and say, yeah, but I said it's going up though? Right, that's how you mess yourself up, because now you try to be a god too. Instead of just being like, dang. So it's a new setup. Okay, cool. Like right now, look at the 15. It's at 17. Like I told you, we're not confident because we buy at 33. But I was talking about early entries, right? You get your early entry on the 10. Why would you question getting an early entry on the 10? Let's see. What is the hour saying? Okay, and then we got another hour reading. More than likely, this hour is going to be, it's at 50 right now, probably be at like 30 something, 20 something, That's low. But the actual reason that we want to wait for, which is why I always tell y'all, once we get to a certain point, if you're not in the play, then you really want to wait. This is where patience become your best friend, because you don't have to make a decision to counter anything. Which is why I stress capital, because there's really no good pathway or no good reasons to counter a play, right? But we do it because maybe we don't have no capital and we see it going up for a short stint and we try to counter it, and maybe it might work out, maybe it don't work out, but hey. So right now, it's 152. I can go to the 1 minute and I can try to use the 1 minute to find all my entries and say, okay, it's pulling back right here, and then the 10 minute just crossed over and the 10 minute is above 33. You said you love anything above 33. You said 33 starts at your bare minimum, so you would technically have to buy on this 10 minute. You said you kind of like when the MACD is closing up with the is the same as the RSI, relatively the same. So now you basically got the trifecta of indicators. Same thing on your 15. Now you can say, yo, I'm gonna use the 15, so I'm gonna get a late entry. This is how I try to tell you. Sometimes this is the only reason why it's so good to be patient. Because say you're looking at the 10 minute and it is above the 33, and you like, cool, Brett says above the 33, me and bro rocking with above the 33, whatever that means. So I'm buying. You did that on the 10 minute. Is it good? Is it bad? We don't know, but it is a good play because you followed the rules of the 10 minute. Now, if you don't get that same buy at 150, or if it happened at 140, whatever time it happened, if you didn't get that buy, now you have to change your game plan. You have to say, okay, cool, I just wait on the 15 because it's 140 right now. I missed that. I could just wait for another 5 minutes. Right, cool. So you see the 15 is at 17. But you could actually also go to the 5 minute and also see him going through. So now you see him pushing. So now you say, okay, in context, now what I got a 10 minute doing the push, and I got the 5 minute doing the push. Why would I want to sell or buy? And you may say, let me explore the chart, and you check the 30 minute. You say, well, the 30 minute is bottomed out, and the way it looks, it's like an easy pass. You say, okay, cool, that makes sense. And then you may go to the 1 hour. And you say, okay, but we got the 1 hour, and the MACD is signaling that, okay, this might be a down. So it's the same way where you explained it earlier, T, where you was like, yo, you getting a sell. You don't let them trick you out of that sell position. You hold on to that position until it prints out. So we're gonna see, like, literally in like 6 minutes what the 1 hour time frame come back and say to us. But right now, based on how we're looking at it, we set up perfect. We set up perfect. All right, so boom. Let me go to GameStop really fast. Blow. GameStop, 1 hour looking good, 2 hour looking good. So okay, let's try to figure out what this pop was initially before we even worry about anything else. Okay, cool. This is their weekly uptrend. Alright. Just look at this. I mean, monthly uptrend. I was just telling you, I was just teaching you the same lesson about AMC. You see how similar the MACD is with the RSI? Those are setups that I traditionally like, because that is the setups where it hits and then blasts is off. So if it's the daily, it hits and blasts off. If it's the weekly, it hits and blasts off. So AMC was just looking at, it was up 30%, 36% relatively, but 30%, right? What did we see them hit? The weekly. I said, yo, they also have a monthly uptrend though for next month. So there should be pullbacks throughout the week. That's normal as hell. But the month is what we're going off of. And I keep on telling y'all, whatever time frame that you're in, just stay in that time frame. So if you're in the month, don't even care about what my weekly did. If my weekly hit it and go crazy or hit it and go down, you necessarily don't care unless it affects your monthly, which is why I say I don't buy under 33s, because I don't want anything to necessarily get into it and then have the ability to completely put you back down, and now you have to make a tough decision where it's like, I am supposed to sell, but I would technically be putting my stop loss on because it's bottomed out. Now you have to go to another time frame and try to sell on that time. Well, this one is coming down too. Well, so patience is golden. So the opposite of AMC is GME. And what they're showing us is that they hit the monthly that I'm telling you about. The opposite of XAU and Bitcoin was that Bitcoin, we did all of our pullback. We was getting smacked doing all of our pullback. And during that time, XAU was slowly building up their chamber. 1600, they went all the way to 2020. So like they was moving. They was quote unquote moving the needle. BTC chilling. And then XAU got stagnant. Went to pulling back randomly. And then bam, blast off with BTC. But a couple months before that, I was like, yo, the chart is setting up very interesting. Right now, it's like we're this close to a monthly uptrend. It can be a trick. They can take you right to the monthly uptrend and then pull back. But then once we looked at the chart, it was like, there's really no reason to do that. Because the next downtrend is the yearly, and based on the yearly RSI and MACD, it didn't really make any sense. And then we kind of checked out the quarterly, and it was like, oh, we already hit the quarterly down, so they don't really have that to use. We kind of ran through all those situations, scenarios, and it was like, all right, girl, we good in BTC. Same thing right now, you're looking at GME. They were able to, look, they got smacked by everybody, right, except for the yearly. So they're looking exactly like BTC. So probably after this, we'll be able to just go to BTC and we'll just see that it's the exact same thing. But right now, just looking at GME, the yearly is the only thing that's necessarily scaring us, because even if we sell, even if we buy, and that's why I keep on trying to tell you, I stop trying to time the market, because now people gonna want to get in, and then the pullback is gonna happen already. So you're getting there for absolutely no reason, right? That's the only bad thing about it. You're getting in for no reason. Because now it already done ran, and now you can't say that you're getting in for the weekly uptrend, because the weekly uptrend already happened. You can't say you're getting in for the monthly uptrend, because the monthly uptrend hasn't happened. Hey, the funny thing is, if the multi ain't like one of them people that like to show signs and explain things, that I like to explain things in very, very divine numbers. Look, what number was I bragging about that I like to see everything at? I said I like to see everything at a certain number. This John is at the number so much that it ain't even funny. So when you see a chart like this run, just remember what I explained. We want to get the number of 30. 33 is our minimum. 33 is our entry. 33 is like okay, it's go time. That's why I said even with the 10 minute being at 34, XAU is relatively a good buy on the 10 minute. But the only thing that I'm trying to tell you is whatever time frame you're on, make sure you stay on it. Don't go look at the 10 minute and then not try to switch it up to the 15. No, you can't do that. Only way you get that ability to do something like that is if you get in a good play, normal play, setup happens, you sell on the setup, but now you put a stop loss on and they stop you out, but it's still going down. Then you may go on the 1 minute, 2 minute, smaller time frames just to try to say, okay, can I get a re-entry back into this, or is it now a complete reversal where you go look at the 5 minute and the 5 minute completely bottomed out, and you're like, 5 minute completely bottomed out, more than likely the 5 minute gonna try to go up. And then, like I said, you'll be able to see it through the charts if there's a 2-hour downtrend. And there may be another downtrend that's more significant that you'll be able to look at and be like, okay, cool, I see why this is necessarily happening, because this is a bigger downtrend or a bigger uptrend at the 4-hour, at the 2-hour, or whatever it may be. So, like I said, GME is looking perfect because it's right there at the 33 minimum. It's at 33.3333333333 infinite threes. Threes infinitely is what this John is at. And it went from 995 to 64.83. And I probably would do the math because I know 6 and 4 is 10. And this is at 9, and 10 is the next number after 9. It's wild. But I tell you, I'm more caught up in the fact that it's the 333. Yeah, I'm telling you, the 333 all over the board. And that's what I keep trying to explain. Like, once we start abusing these 333s and understanding these minimums, we can't worry about what they do in between. We're not God. We have to stop trying to rely. Ye are gods, right? But you're under the Most High God. So yeah, you're a God. And we got to stop that God behavior, because we got to be more like the Most High thing. We got to get ourselves back into the body of Christ. That's what I'm thinking. Because if the data says such, why are we trying to even question the data and think that we know better than the data? To say, nah, but only data that confirms another data is if you say, okay, cool, but it's about to be 2 o'clock. That means that there's going to be a 2-hour reading. Or it's going to be 4 o'clock. That means it's going to be a 4-hour reading. Like, whatever you may necessarily see, that's the only way that you can say, okay, I'm not questioning God and trying to stand on my own understanding. God is showing me another sign right here. Right? The Most High is also showing me another sign where he's saying, yo, be careful of that setup, though, because you still have this thing over here going on. So with GME, like I said, if you wasn't in initially on the weekly, in my damn opinion, I ain't gonna lie to you, because it's all already here. So you were technically just supposed to already be in the play. And I guess you could have put your stop loss on, but they wouldn't have stopped you out because you would have bought. Like, you literally, I guess they could have stopped you out right here. And then you would have tried to figure out your re-entry. And then, cause like they went under right here again, but like the number didn't go down low enough to affect you. And then now you stayed in so long that the MACD is now helping you. He's now crossed over. So like I said, we gotta be very, very patient in these plays. It has to go to 120 to pass. Yes, ma'am. And that's on the monthly. No. That's That's on the quarterly. That's on the quarterly. It hit everybody except for the yearly. So we have all the way up to the quarterly to test. Remember, we watched the same thing with BTC. BTC hit the monthly, and everybody was like, "Oh, the monthly," and nobody said it. Only we said it over here at Black Wall Street Bets. We was like, "Oh, the monthly is very important because we're gonna see new numbers that we never seen." And I think we ran like 59, and people were like, "Oh, these the new numbers." I was like, "No, those are the new numbers. Those are the numbers, but relax." Because even if we're in trouble on the monthly, we still got a quarterly that look damn promising. And why was I saying that? Because the 69 that we was at and the number that we was currently at was like right there for some odd reason. It's like, damn, bro, I thought we was way out of the zone. We was never out of the zone. Right? The same thing I'm telling you right here on the quarterly. We were never out of the zone. Look at the quarterly. We were never out of the zone. So now when it goes and run past 120, we set it on Black Wall Street Bets at 515. We talked about this probably at 315. We talk about this all the time because it's just the charts. We're just going off the readings. And this is what we say. We say, yo, there's not a lot of things that's going to affect this chart. That's why I say that Disney has one of the best charts. Because unlike BTC, which I love, unlike XAU, which is a legend, they don't have no yearly downtrend. So they have all the same other Johns and a yearly uptrend. The fleck. So you get in on the weekly, and you like, man, bro, I bought GME at, man, this shit like what, less than us, bro. This job was ugly. Let me see what you could have bought at the daily. But you bought at $9. So say you bought at $9. It's at $15. You like, man, bro, I think, no, just add to the position. This is why I keep on trying to tell you about investing over trading. Trading is such a scary game because it's not about adding to the position. I'm telling you, it make you erratic and dumb. You just do shit that don't make any sense. But if you trading, you pulling back on me? Add to the position. When do I stop adding to the position? When I go look and I say, yo, I'm adding to the position and I still got a quarterly and a yearly downtrend and I'm right here by it, sniffing it. See, with BTC, we were sniffing it too, but what was our hope? I was telling everybody, I was like, well, we bottomed out on everybody else though. They can't just keep going. They gotta at least now use the daily and the weekly, and they kept using the daily and weekly, kept using it. It's like, come on, bro. Come on, at what point you gonna stop doing this? So when we finally got to the chance that we had a chance to use the monthly was already topped out. It was topped. It was to the top. It probably people like, yo, we oversold or overbought on it. I don't know what they were saying. They probably was tripping. But I was like, that's what he worried about. He not looking at the quarterly. I don't think people be looking at the quarterly, bro. People don't be looking at the quarterly like, oh, look, y'all be seeing all this failure. You see all this failure? It looks bad. Like, you get caught up in all this failure, and then you fail to realize that there's still a quarterly. There's still a line right here that we need to hold, and we held that line. We're not confirmed in a quarterly uptrend, but we are confirmed in a monthly uptrend, and it's at 33. So we know in order for them to pull it back, they got to go through a process. And, bruh, come on, they can't just shy us out the process. They can't just hit us with a magic trick and get us out the process. I bought at 64. They want me to be sad. Same thing with the dummies that bought Bitcoin at 59 and it ran down to 45, and they was like, no, it's going to 30. Like, hold on, what are you talking about, dude? It's already bottomed out on the weekly and the daily. The only thing you got left is your monthly uptrend, which you're already in. So now it's just back to resetting and continuously going up in your monthly. What are you worried about right now? Oh, yeah, you're not reading charts. Niggas came on and scared you. Oh, yeah, we looked at Disney last week, and we said Disney one of the best brands in the world right now because, like I said, Disney don't have any... Disney don't have a yearly downtrend, but let's double check it. They got a monthly pullback. This is scary. The quarterly is at 26, so we can't use the quarterly as our buying point. We can use it as a safety harness. How can we use it as a safety harness? Because it can't be used against us. It's not a stake. It's not something that could actually kill you. So you can use it as a safety harness. Same thing with the yearly. It's not something that could actually kill you. You can look at the MACD and say, well, what if the MACD get involved? And I'm saying, okay, cool. What if the MACD get involved? This is why I try to tell you, trading is completely different from investing. Right? If you're an investor, bro, you don't care that it can pull back. Yes, as a trader, you may say, well, the yearly hasn't bottomed out and the MACD right there, and I'm like, well, you're too far out to necessarily determine anything, so we're not gonna look there. Let's go somewhere else where the monthly is pulling back. Yeah, but our MACD is still going up. And then what? And then maybe you may ask me, do you have any numbers that you prefer on your MACD? Well, necessarily no. But when I get to these separations right here, so for about 3 to -8, about -4.5 to -9. So any of these numbers that's like about 4 points separated, that's where I kind of like my MACD necessarily. I don't really care about the number. The numbers are really irrelevant to me. I just kind of want to see a separation between it. Like, I kind of want to see it more like this instead of like this. Those ones are good too because it's a crossover, and then especially if it crosses over and it's tight, but it's at 33. It's at 34, it's at 35, then you say, yeah. And like I said, the only way you counter those plays is not on your own intuition or your own wisdom. You go look at the charts and you say, well, based on this time frame, it's more likely to be a sell, because even though this is looking to go up, all these other time frames are saying it's pulling back. So cool. Let's scan through Disney a little bit more. The quarterly looks promising on Disney. Yeah, no, it's not even just the quarterly. It's the hourly. But remember, I told you the quarterly looks promising on Disney. The quarterly looks promising on GME. And the quarterly also look promising on AMC. The two difference with AMC and GME, those are meme stocks. So that means that they are moving on a different time frame, because you got it's theater. What does that mean? That means that it's performative. So it's not actually moving on a different time frame, but they're gonna make it seem like it's moving on a different time frame because they don't want Disney to move with a meme stock. It's just a stock craze at that point. They want everything to seem like it's random instead of it being charts. So with Disney, because we have the monthly pullback, we may have a month of May, April, June, like we may have three months of downtrends. That doesn't change that we're still in a quarterly uptrend, but we can't buy on the quarterly yet. We still have to wait for the same quarterly to get to 33. It's at 26 right now. So we can't confirm it. But remember, one thing I said that we like is usually when these start coming together. But you see how it was coming together and it hit a little worm and squirted it back away. So that could also happen also. And why is this happening, you may ask? Well, we know why it's happening. Right here. It's the monthly downtrend. It's the monthly downtrend. So now you say, well, how do I counter that? Well, you say, well, it's simple. You go look at your weekly. Your weekly is bottomed out. And you haven't broke. Your daily is bottomed out, but you have broke. So because your daily broke, it hit the weekly. The weekly looks promising, but because the MACD just crossed down, the weekly is going to break. And we know the weekly is going to break because the monthly is already crossed down to 78. That's relative to 33. How do you do that? Your top number that you can get to on this is 100. Right? 100 minus 33 will put you around roughly 77s. Is that 78? It's 78. Rough? No, hell no. Close enough though. So I technically wouldn't get to sell right now. I would actually wait for next month to sell. And then maybe that might take me way out the ball zone, but I know that I'm still going to be good because I have the weekly bottomed out and the daily bottomed out. So I have to at least get one more push upwards, right, before I can get into a big failure zone. So with Disney also looks promising. And like I said, the next quarterly read is August. Yeah, we're looking for that one on the 7th. So 7-1 is when we're going to get that reading for the quarterly for everybody. 7-1. Because what they do is they have to go through the whole month of the 6, which would be the quarter, right? So it'll be the whole month of that. And then they'll come back to us and let us know some nonsense. And that's interesting because what that'll give us, exactly what I just told you, right? We got about 2-3 months of downtrends. It'll just put you back in the same spot where you're like, oh, snap, was in a monthly downtrend, but the quarterly uptrend. That's what he's saying. Like, I can't watch other time frames because I'm going to be confused. Because I'm going to watch it pull back for 2-3 months straight. And now I may think that it's pulling back. I may hear the news and they say, yo, Disney has been going down for da-da-da-da. And it's like, yeah, but we still in the quarterly uptrend and our daily and weekly is bottomed out. Literally, we're only in a monthly downtrend. Like, you just said the monthly just going to keep on going down for no reason. Like, it has to, like, daily has to go up. Somebody has to go up and come back down. So, yeah, so I'm using other people as anchors. We used the quarterly as an anchor earlier. Okay, cool. Now, let's go to, so we did Disney. Who else we wanted to cover? We did Disney. We did GME. We did AME. Disney, GME, AME. Okay, so GameStop and AMC. My bad. GameStop and AMC. They're meme stocks. They have room to run, and if we remember correctly, they're both relatively in a nice position as far as the monthly uptrend. But the opposite, I think, with AMC that we think we seen was it didn't hit the monthly yet. Okay, cool. AMC is in a weekly uptrend. So what the cool thing with AMC is the same way GME was in the weekly uptrend and it was buzzing around $9-12 type vibe, and now it's at 40s. That's the zone you in now. You in that low zone where it's buzzing around $6, whatever. And then now you may look in a month when you get that reading or whatever reading, and then you may be at $50 or $30. Or I necessarily would have to go back and check the chart to see a number, but I will, just to double check. It ain't gonna hurt us. Monthly. Damn, I gotta get off this. Yeah, I got a small screen too down here, so I can't see none of my numbers on the side to give you a quick number. So, but yeah, relatively about whatever this number right here be. Whatever it looks like. There's no number on the chart for me to say. That says $80 right there. So no. What is this guy? 51. Okay, yeah, relatively about $30 to $40. Relatively about $30 to $40. You can see AMC at, based on hitting a monthly uptrend. Right, so you can play with it in these zones where it's between $6 and $2 and all these crazy numbers. You're like, yeah. But are you in a weekly uptrend? You said it's topped out where you can't buy no more. You would have been bought. Now what you're doing is putting your stop loss on and waiting to get hit by the monthly. Meaning that you got your stop loss on tight. These are the stop loss that you put on tight, and if you see it going down, then you may sell. So you may get a confirmation on the weekly. If your weekly crosses back down, maybe you say, yo, I'm going to sell on the weekly. Not if it's less than 33. So all you got to do is go to 100 minus by 33. If it's not below that number, then we're not selling. Because it's the same way if it was going up. We're not rushing to buy. We're going to probably wait to 2 to 3 candles. Maybe we might appear to be a little bit late. We're never going to be late. We're going to be right on time. Because it's just like the Most High. Everything's on time. So AMC hasn't hit the monthly, so you haven't seen double digits numbers yet, which is what you're going to see when it hits this monthly. You have seen double digits numbers. Let me not say you haven't seen it, right? Because it went to $11. But it hasn't done anything. It hasn't done anything. It's a weekly uptrend. Those numbers is whack numbers. Monthly and quarterly is when you're going to see performance. The reason why I think Disney is better than GME and AMC in the long run is because it doesn't have a yearly downtrend. In the shorter term, the reason why I think GME and AMC is better is because it doesn't have a monthly downtrend that it's going against right now. So that's just those three guys right there broken down separately. 33. Okay, so you say roughly around 67. These guys should be. That makes sense to me. That's what I was saying. I was like, yo, 70 sounds too much, nigga, because you take away 33. I know if you put 3 to 77, you immediately at 80, and you still got 30, so you're going to be at 110. So I knew that was wrong. Doge, same thing as Disney. A monthly downtrend. Quarterly is promising, but it's at 24. And the reason it's at 24, it probably was at... I wish we would have been able to see this number. This John may have been at 33. But I don't think so. I don't think so. Why don't I think so? Because the weekly's bottomed out, but the MACD is going to get involved eventually. And the reason why we know the MACD is going to get involved eventually is because our daily is topped out. So we no longer have our daily to use, but we have our weekly to use. And the problem with having our weekly to use is because we're still going against the tide of our monthly, just like Disney. And the problem with going against the tide of your monthly is that you don't have your quarterly as close as BTC had it. But you still wouldn't even be able to buy your quarterly because it's at 24. You need to have to be at 33. The problem with Doge is that it still has a yearly downtrend exactly like Bitcoin, which is not good. But the good thing about Doge is that it hasn't hit its quarterly yet. Its quarterly is when it's going to go test 74s. So the interesting about it is not hitting its quarterly yet is because if you look at the daily, it looks chalky. But we went to 22, and these double pullbacks is just signifying a weekly. So this is the first one, and we try to go back up and hit another one, and now it's in the green. So this next green is supposed to be the one that pulls back, and it's supposed to pass. So this last number was roughly what it is. Man, I got all these goddamn indicators on 17 cents. So the daily pullback will pull back and then try to go past 17 cents. The only risk that we're in with Doge is, like I said, is the monthly. Why are we necessarily not scared of the monthly? One reason and one reason only. Our MACD is saying something counter. So now it's 2 versus 1. What else can we use? Well, like I told you, the quarterly. The quarterly still crossed over. It's not at 24. I mean, it's not at 33. So there can and will be pullbacks within that. But you can use him and for sure say that he's not going to be against you. But I don't like the fact that you still have a yearly against you. So that's the only thing about Doge. But trading, continuously add to the position. Trading, you want to be very be careful of the position. If you're investing, you want to consistently add to the position. The positive thing about Doge is it has a 15-minute uptrend. It's going to use that. It has a 30-minute uptrend. It's going to pass that. It hasn't used the hour yet. The hour is in failing position. The 2-hour failed, but the 4-hour didn't. So this is why I just told y'all just recently that. So this 4 hours at 15. That was the previous high on it. So we know for sure after this bottom out and reversal, it's going past 15, which is gonna help us. It's gonna help us because we're bottomed out on the weekly. So we should be looking to reverse that and start to go back up on that weekly. Yeah, the only scary thing about Doge, like I said, is because it has a monthly and a yearly. It's not, the 4 hour is promising. No, it's not even about promising. The 4 hours it should be a pass. But the problem is that the weekly hasn't yet confirmed the turnaround. You're bottomed out, which is amazing, right? So if you were selling on the weekly, you would have your stop loss on right now. That's good. Your MACD can get involved, and like I said, I don't like that because that just confirms my monthly, right? Remember what we were saying? We want the monthly to be 33. All right, so they're not showing. You said they're not showing the RSI on your job. Let me see what it's at over here. Yeah, it's at 24 on the quarterly over here. So, like I said, that's not 33. So we wouldn't enter on that position. And the monthly is under 33, so we would sell on that position. That's the crazy thing, right? We can't buy yet on the quarterly, and we should be selling right now in the monthly. So how do you reconcile that? Well, you say, okay, by the time the monthly get down to the bottom, maybe it should be bottomed out. The daily and weekly is already bottomed out, so it's not like they can consistently use that. It's not like they got a daily and weekly and a monthly topped out coming back down. It's only a monthly with a daily and weekly bottomed out already, and the quarterly actually going up. So now it's 3 versus the 1 in the middle. We could turn that tide very easily. And usually, like I said, if he has to work against 3 people, it's so much for him to bring them down. because they're technically supposed to be going down. So whenever they come in, when they're supposed to be going up, so every time they coming down, they're using him. Like, because if you look at the chart, it's like, why are they pulling back right now? Oh, they're in the monthly downtrend. Oh, snap! So the monthly is being used, right? And like, yeah, I have to be used. It's a whole side. Like I said, it's all performative and it's all theater. So don't get caught up into the act of everything. But just like I said, when you listen to the Most High, whatever signs He said, right? He comes on, He give you the read, and He say, yo, the 333s, yo, 7s. Any of these divine numbers that you may throw into your scriptures and throw into your belief system, those same divine numbers could be thrown into these, which is why people like to use Fibonacci's and shit. I don't use crazy stuff like that, but that's neither here nor there. That's like reading tarot cards to me. I don't really. I still here with my Most High. Like I said, I just get answers from bruh. I just get answers from OG, so I don't really do nothing special or do nothing funny. Yep, Doge side the beast TC. Yep, you know that for sure because like I told you, it's the same setup as far as not necessarily right because remember BCC we done hit the quarterly and we hit the monthly, so we already experienced our highs again. Doge hasn't. But what you are right about is this yearly. We haven't realized this yearly on XAU either. I mean on BTC either. That's neither here nor there. There's no Stoke on here. That's all irrelevant. Because you have to pull back. Now this number 3,200, we obviously are not gonna go back to that number because even if we was to pull back like hell, by the time that we get to see, I'm telling you, I hate the fact that I can't see my side numbers. Usually I'll be able to just run them off really fast. But whatever this side goddamn number is, you'd be like right there, bro, which is pretty high. Like it's like they got to be almost at like 20,000 at least. Like this is very, very far. Like y'all can see my mouse. This is the bottom, and my mouse is all the way up here. This is extremely far away from this bottom. So even if it pulled backs, we still look good. And you know why I'm saying we still look good? Because look, our monthly is relieving himself. Our weekly is already relieved. And our daily is doing the same thing. So now our daily is about to refail, which is going to send us in a weekly downtrend, which is already down. So now we're technically only using our MACD, which is confirmed because we're already in our downtrend for our BTC monthly. But people watching this right now, we will sell BTC next month if there's a sale. So we don't care about the performative right now. We don't care if it falls. We don't care if it pops. We are waiting till next month. And he said, why would we wait till next month? I'm like, maybe next month read and come back. Perfect. Because maybe next month the Most High might come back and say, yo, you remember that sale that I had showed you? That's not a good sale. You're still in a quarterly uptrend. And you playing the game too close because next month is going to be the 6. And the next month after that is going to be the 7. So you don't want to play it too close when you know your brother coming home. Quarterly got to eat. Even he got to handle his business sooner or later. Dang, somebody done gapped you. Somebody done gapped you, bro. You're fast. Oh, bro, my bro said I'm too fast. Somebody done gapped you, but somebody done retracted one of your messages, bro. I gotta see what that is. That one of my mod? Oh, you a mod, though. Oh, why you retract this stuff? I gotta take your mod status back. One of my mods is in the chat just blocking people right now. I don't know what's going on, folks. One of my mods is out of it, but yeah, BTC. We already talked about BTC. We held, like I said, we held. Currently, we're still holding on all of those guys that I told you about. So GME, that 120, like we coming for you. Can't confirm anything because the quarterly, which is what is going to hit it, hasn't gave us the Most High signs yet. He hasn't gave us the 3 3s. So we can't necessarily come in there and be like, man, the Most High, nope, that's you. You predicting it. You seen that 24 and you saying your next money come back gotta be at 33. Next money come back would be at 31. It can go to 32. And that's still not 33. You can't look at that and be like, but that's right there. No, it's not. It's so far away from it and they did it on purpose. They gave you 2 readings and they did not go to 33. So it's not confirmed. So now you jump in and you wonder why it fell out the air. So like I said, we're not gonna invest like that. We're gonna invest smart. We're gonna be smart investors over here. On the anybody watching the Black Wall Street Bets got to be a very intelligent investor. The bro over there sweating, taking everybody's chats out, man. Come on, sister. All right, boom, XAU USD. I get ready to get up out of here. This is hour 30. Hour 30. This is a good cast. Some good information. I hope I'm not going too fast for y'all that's listening, but what I'm doing right now, I'm just kind of running through some of the misnomers. And one of the main misnomers, the brother coming on and saying, yo, the meme stock going crazy, but this ain't gonna keep happening. That's basically what he said. It was like, huh? Yeah, because now the hedge funds, they paying attention now. That ain't gonna happen no more because last year they wasn't paying attention. And the people like kind of caught them with their draws down. That's how he's trying to make the situation seem like, yo, nah, they woke this year. But hearing him say that, I know he still don't understand. Just by hearing him say that, I know he didn't understand. Because I'm like, hold on. So you telling me that the hedge funds are doing things opposite of the charts? Them niggas, they investing like retailers. Why would they be investing opposite of the charts? What would they benefit from? What would they benefit from doing that? They just hate you at that point. Yeah, what? You benefit absolutely nothing, bro, from doing some nonsense like that. All right, now look. I can go back to BTC real quick, but now look at XAU. Quarterly topped out. Yearly topped out. Everybody's topped out. Yes, we can push. I think this is one of the best sells that we have currently right now. I mean, not right now because you can't sell right now because you have to wait for it to get to 100 and then back to 67 if you want to sell on a quarterly. So you can't sell on the quarterly for sure. You can't sell on the yearly, but you can buy. You think about that. You can buy on the yearly. You always buy on the yearly though, so it's fucking irrelevant. But this is what I keep on trying to tell y'all, bro, about these 33 numbers. Once you get to 33, you probably was scared. You like, man, but it's right there though by the yearly. It's like he might hit it. But it's like, yeah, but we had 33 though, bro. Like look, it came close to it. It bent down on it. It was on his head, but we above 33. So we don't care. We don't care, bro. We just following the multi signs. Now if it goes down and hit the yearly, whoop-de-fleckin' do. You know what happens? Because this is a good play and I don't get in meme stocks because I'm trying to fucking beat people with dumb stocks. I get in good plays. So if it pulls back, that means it's a good play that's pulled back and it's cheaper, so I should buy some. When Meta pulled back, everybody like, oh, look at Meta. They done changed their name and lost it. Hold on, what? What do you mean change their name and lost it? You know, people can't find Facebook no more because they're Meta now? That's a cool one. That's a cool trick. And then the hedge fund bought. I think that's the only trick the hedge fund could use. It's the misdirection trick. Like, nah, we not going to buy none of that. That's bad. It's like, what? That's bad. But I'm looking at the charts. It's an uptrend right here. How's that bad? Because you about to buy, right? Yeah, it's bad. You can't buy. But the uptrend right here. All right, bro. Them hedge funds, they're going to short you out. No, they're going to short themselves out because they're going against the charts. They're not gods, and we know that because all hedge funds aren't rich. And we literally, that's why I keep on saying about capitals. I don't think them boys know how to trade. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I think them boys don't know nothing about trading. Maybe they have to be a group of fucking hedge funders that's in the back like, yo, just sell for no reason. Just do this for no reason. It has to be. I'm just saying that's not a profitable way to do things. And that ain't gonna get you nowhere. That's all I'm saying. You can keep on, keep doing that shit you're doing, see where it gets you. Is all I'm gonna say. But yeah, we about to round this out with this XAU chart though. So XAU is pushing, right? Why? Well, we're still in the quarterly uptrend. Still in the monthly uptrend. Now you're in a weekly downtrend, which is at 60. Empress told us our number earlier. Empress, what was our number that we need to be at? Let's go back up. 67. This is at 60. So you're about 1 week into being able to sell. Don't you think they want to scare you out of it and make you think that there's something else going on? Now, why would you be scared? You may say, well, you just told me that the 7 is when I'm going to get the quarterly reading that we're still in the quarterly uptrend. Roughly. But let me get your guess. You think about a 7 will be roughly about 89, 90s. Roughly almost to the top of that quarterly uptrend? Yes, right? So now you're worried about something that couldn't help you either way. You're just worried about the top out of it. This is why I try to explain. If you're trading, it's a little different. If you're investing, it's a little different. So now you may be looking at the chart like, okay, cool. Let me get an option contract about a year out, 2 years out. Because you're looking at the logics and you're saying, well, we have a yearly against us. And we've already used everybody. So now what the game plan to be what? The bottom the weekly back out and reuse him? Okay, cool. Bottom the daily back out and reuse him? Okay, cool. Bottom the monthly back out and reuse. Okay, I don't get what changes. Everything is almost topped out, and we need to see where it's gonna go. Everything's already topped out. Now, like I said, you have literally just entered the play on the yearly though. Like at the beginning of the year, you bought XAU, and it was just like, yo, I'm in XAU for the year to like get the yearly read. That was a stay in your time frame, bro. Stay in your time frame. If you're in the yearly read right now, don't even worry about what I'm telling you, because you're an investor. And what you should do is, on the pullbacks that I'm telling you is going to happen, you should add to your position. There's even a cool thing where you can reposition. Not your whole stash. You take profit off the top and use that same profit you take off the top to add more to your bag. And you say, but I just took some out of my bag. Yeah, you took some out of your bag that you didn't have before. And you took some more. And you just added it back into your bag. And it's like, well, why don't I just keep on adding to the position where you're a real investor then? So you should just keep on adding to the position until you're ready to withdraw. Now the problem with that is if you're already in the yearly uptrend and you didn't buy at the beginning of the year. So now you can't buy. Or you can, but now you got a longer wait. Because now you may be technically at the top, and now you have to look at the MACD and say, the MACD is topped out though. So yeah, I know you're telling me about RSI. The RSI been topped out. Well, cool. Let's go to the last time the RSI was topped out. It was right here. And then what happened when it crossed down? Well, snap. We wouldn't have fallen. I'm telling you, bro, I hate the fact I can't see these numbers, y'all, but use the 1 hour over and over again. Oh yeah. Let me see if I can see, man. I wish I could pin this. I'm gonna pin this. I'm gonna pin the message though, but man, I wish I could put it on my John. I'm gonna add you as a moderator too. Add you as a moderator. Shout you out for being in the chat, young lad, ski. But yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. Well, we almost at 2 hours. So I said I'm gonna usually do this about an hour. Get a lot of this information out. Very short, to the point. We're gonna still do live trading on different days. So we got a different, couple of different things that we plan on bringing to the cast. Stacker stand up. Yeah, that's the main thing I'm telling you, right? So you may not want to necessarily take money out and then re-put it back in, because you're going to re-put it back in at a higher number anyways, and all you thinking is, well, why don't I just leave that money in and then add money to it, because my money keeps growing instead of me taking it out and putting it. It's the same money. I'm just buying it. It's like, yeah, but you taking profit every time. And it's like, okay, cool. So, right, like I said, there's different ways to look at it. If you're taking profit every time, you may say, yeah, but what I'm doing, I'm taking profit and I'm putting my profit over here to start another bag. I want something else to grow this position. I got about $50,000 in this play already. I want another $50,000 over here. So the profit that I'm making from this, every time I profit on whatever plays is running, because I have plays like that where I buy them and sell them, whatever you feel me, whatever you may do, just to add to whatever bag. It's like, yo, I want to keep on adding to this bag. I want to have about 100,000. I want to have about $1 million, because it's all about the percentage. Why I keep on saying, yo, y'all want to run to these penny stocks? You gotta understand. Just use the hedge funds. Use them as your stepping stool. Use them as your cannons to launch your cannonballs out. I'm just saying, like, just use them, bro, because if you saying they got all this capital and they can move things, okay, cool. You get the knowledge of how to read charts, and then you say, well, the chart's like it's going up. You get in early, pullbacks, whatever happened, you just sitting there, you very, very silent. And then now they get in, because they finally look at the charts and they see weakness too. Right, and that's the main thing that I was stressing. Like, bro, when you see weakness in the charts, you take advantage of it, because if they're hedge funds and they're really hedge funds and they're making their money off trading, they see weakness in the charts. The good thing is you are smaller. You may be only looking at that chart, so you see the weakness before they see it. So you get in on the early entry. You don't have to look at penny stocks. There's no benefit in that. Just look at the weakness in the charts, and when you see the weakness, you use the weakness against the people that don't know what they're doing, and then you benefit from the big hedge funds and the big other guys that's coming in that actually know what they're doing. Maybe you don't have enough capital, but you know, so you can't really move it that much. But once they see it, they got enough capital to make it move that much. Same thing that happened the other side, right? When if they try to be smarter than the chart and they try to be their own god, you let the system make you make money, and you use that same money to add to your position. That's what I'm trying to stress about adding to your position, because now you done grew that money that you done put 100,000 in here, and now you done made $1 million. You done took fucking $800,000 out. You still over whatever you initially put in here already. Now you add another 200,000, 400,000 to that bag. Now you have $500,000 in that play, and now you looking at the profits grow. And the 500,000 or whatever you added that to your bag after the pullback, because you done took profit at the top, and you don't let this shit pull all the way back, and now you rebuying again to bring your cost down, because you bought kind of secondhand. You didn't buy on the daily, you bought on the weekly, and now it's in a quarterly uptrend, so you up two folds, but you could have been up 3 folds. You could have bought on the 15 minute. You could have bought so early. So like I said, we like to be in the market very early. We don't like to play around with this game. So if you understand that it's a chart and it's a God, such as the Most High, and you feel me, there's one answer, and there has to be one source necessarily. If they're using the source, bro, and you using the source, if you find the weakness before them, don't get so caught up because you may have heard that they're shorting it, or Meta ain't doing nothing because it ain't Facebook. No, you don't. Oh, okay, cool. The charts say that it ain't got no yearly downtrend. It ain't got no quarter. It ain't got no downtrends right now. So if I buy right now, the worst thing that happened to me is it probably can go down $20 more. But the greatest thing that can happen to me is that it can go from a daily uptrend to a weekly uptrend to a monthly uptrend to a quarterly uptrend. People done bought BTC at 12,000, 10,000, 15,000. It was down there for so long. 20,000. It was down there forever. It'll run. It'll go back down to oh snap, BTC done, y'all. We should leave it. Right. So please, bro, take your time when you get in the charts. And time in the charts is the best thing. Right. So even if you're not necessarily actively trading that day, look at the charts. Even if you're trading that day, look at the charts. And when you look at the charts, don't go in there and say, man, somebody told me that this is going down. I see it's red. That's not looking at the charts. That's the charts looking at you. And you ain't make no real judgment. What you want to do is go in there and say, okay, cool. I see the pullback. Is there a counter trade in this? Ooh, snap. I don't know if they seen this right here. They're looking at the pullback. But, bro, this is all bottomed out. Yeah, it's pulling back, but the daily is down, and it's already crossed back up. It's not at 33 though, so I can't buy it. But man, I could risk it. That's when you get yourself in trouble. Don't worry about it. If it ain't at 33 yet, we just ain't gonna worry about it. Yeah, it's gonna run. Cool. We gonna get it on the next one. It's gonna be 33. It's gonna be 43. We don't care. We just want to get it once it's above that 33 level, because we know it's going to eventually push to where we need it to be, because eventually it's going to be smarter people coming in and saying, yo, because they probably seen it. Because look, you probably might be looking at the 15 minute. It ain't at 33 on 15, but it might be 33 on the monthly, and he looking at the monthly, and his reading just came back. Your reading just came back, and your reading going down. So now you like, dang, I gotta sell. And then now you go to selling, and your jaw just fly up, and you're like, the whales done got me. Right? So all this whale talk, all this crazy talk, whales ain't get you. You got yourself. You drowned yourself. The setup was simple, and you try to go against it because you didn't want to wait for 33. Nothing wrong with it, but wait for 33, bro. Right? And that's the only thing I hate about when the charts start moving erratically. And we know that's what we're going to experience tomorrow. So everybody, if you're not already in the market, stay out of it. If you're in it, stay in it. If you're on the sideline and you want to wonder what's going on, make sure you're watching the Black Wall Street Bets. Definitely tune in to T.A.C.O Tuesday. But after I say all that, I'm still going to say this. Looking at it for tomorrow, what we do is we go to the daily. It's at 84.05 to 85.95, so it's consistently moving up more. But what do we know for sure? It's crossed down. Can we sell on a daily? No, we can't, because it's not at 67. Pretty sure that's what Empress told us earlier. It has to be around 67. So it's not at 67, so we can't sell. Right? We can't sell. So once we get this daily to 67, then we can continue our selling. Right now, we can't buy. There's nobody that says that you should buy. Look, it goes to the weekly. He's down. He hasn't crossed back over, so you can't say you're buying on the weekly. The monthly is at 100, so you can't say you're buying on the monthly. You can buy on the quarterly, but you goddamn risky as hell, because all the way at 75. And now you, like I said, you can buy on the yearly and wait another year. So, right, tomorrow's Wacky Wednesday, like we know. So we know they're gonna move around all crazy and erratic. They're trying to play a game on the weekly, so that's crazy and erratic. So the way we're looking at it right now is one way and one way only. We're looking at them playing around, trying to pop around, pop up. But we're looking at this as a downtrend. We can't confirm it because it's not under 60. It's not at 67 or under, so we can't confirm it either way. But too much top outs for this to even be a viable play in the long term. This is a play that you can buy. You can make some profits, but your downside is far too great for you to be in love with a play like this. So I will be looking to sell this one tomorrow. Me personally, I'm not sure what y'all doing. Me personally, I will be looking to sell this one tomorrow. The Disney play, we're still in a monthly downtrend. With Disney play, Man, I hate the fact that I can't see these exact numbers because I would be able to tell you more so how close we are. But the Disney play still looks good because you're in, you could have technically bought on the hour. It's at 38. Let me see if there's something other that would make you say no. You can't sell on the 30-minute yet. You have to wait till tomorrow and get that reading. And on the 15, you can't sell either. And then the daily is bottomed out. Weekly is bottomed out. Yeah, you can't sell Disney either. So Disney is actually looking as a better buy for some odd reason. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, Disney look like it's a better buy. Like we might see some movement to the upside for Disney tomorrow, based on what we look. Hey, peace, sister. Thank you for coming through, man. We about to get up out of here. Me too, man. So definitely appreciate you for your love and that your support. And I definitely want to thank everybody for tuning in to the T.A.C.O Tuesday, man, and getting this wisdom. But about to go out with a little songy song. Little songy song in the background, man. Shout out to Brother Rolly.
I'm from that dust on that floor. I was a nigga you couldn't trust, nigga. Here with a
Yo, you heard that. So, man, definitely thank everybody for coming out, man, and tuning into this show, man, and getting this information. Getting this information, and make sure, hey, use some of it tomorrow to profit. Like I said, Disney, we looking to buy on Disney. They playing all these games on XAU. We looking to sell on that. Who else we looked at? GME and them boys. Let's check them boys out. Check them boys out, man. We going out. We going out. GME 4 hour look like it's pulled back. Daily topped out. We looking to sell. We're looking to sell GME too. It's the monthly is in an uptrend, but that's a month away. So, actually, for tomorrow, they're just in a smaller time frame. 15 minutes going up, so you would technically you can't sell right now. You can't sell. You can't sell, but this is a better sell play than a buy play currently. Can you buy? Yes, you can, because you have to be trading on a monthly. So you cannot look at the chart for another month if you buy tomorrow. But if you sell, you can see some profit tomorrow. That's all I'm telling you. So this is in a better sell zone. It's going to be a small push, but better sell zone. AMC. It's in a daily uptrend and weekly topped out. Yeah, with AMC, I'm more tapped into buying AMC because how low it is. I ain't gonna lie, $6. Like I'm not gonna lie, I just like the way I say you look for that aspect of it. So like I said, we'll have to wait for the reading, but based on the MACD being so far out, I don't think they're gonna come catch us that easy. AMC looking like a better buy. AMC looking like a better buy. GME looking like a better sell. But you could also buy GME on a monthly, so you have to wait till next month for your reading. AMC, we looking to profit. We looking to profit for the weekly. We looking to profit for the monthly. Shout out to Ross. Shout out to Empress. Shout out to everybody, man. And with that, we out. Along with the XAU, AMC, GME, Disney. Okay.